Hello, hello. So it's interesting when you think about it, people, for whatever reason, they choose to suffer. They choose to stay in whatever state. So they choose to stay in this place of suffering for a variety of reasons. Who knows? Okay, they could be scared. They could be scared of what's on the other side. They're in their comfort zone with whatever they're currently doing. They don't really believe that they can achieve whatever it is they're saying they want to achieve, so they're too scared to even start, because then if people know that they started, then if they end up not following through or failing, then people will know that they failed. And so, there's a variety of reasons why people don't do the things they say they want to do, or end up reaching whatever goals. And it is because for whatever reason, people choose to suffer. Like, they are choosing to stay in the problem instead of choosing and pursuing a solution, which there's usually multiple options for reaching a solution in any given problem. Majority of the time, you usually have more than one path that you could go to, or a combination of paths that you can go down to reach whatever solution, whether you're starting a business, whether it's something related to your current job, or a job that you don't like your job, quit, find another. Or, okay, no, find another job, then quit. Okay, you don't like your body, okay, well, commit to a program and follow through in the process. You want to be your own boss, okay, find out what it takes, figure out the business that you want to do, find out what it takes to make it happen, and start taking the steps towards making it happen. It's not easy, but it is simple. The process is simple, okay? It's just a matter of people believing that it's overwhelming, or it's too difficult, or they try to do everything at once, or they think they have to do everything at once. And just focus on the steps, focus on the process. And obviously, that's the same thing that I tell all my people, all my clients, all my potential clients, is stop trying to do all the things all the time, all at once. All right? You have to take things one step at a time, keep it simple, and if you trip and fall, it's okay. You get right back up, okay? So the bigger aspect of this challenge is the fact that people want to stay in the problem. It's almost like they want to play the victim. I would say it really resonated with me whenever I was listening to this on the podcast while I was walking, because that's probably the biggest thing that I have to deal with when it comes to my clients, is the people who go through my program, or they don't go through my program because they don't finish, because for whatever reason they choose not to. They choose to whether they're being the victim, they choose to allow the busyness of life, the challenge of the process, to interfere with the process, okay? If you want to change your health, if you want to lose 30 pounds, okay, that is not an easy thing to do. It's very simple, especially whenever you are given a program. Like, I will give you the meal plan, I will give you the grocery list, I will give you the recipes, I will give you the workouts, I will give you the workout calendar, I will give you the Facebook group for accountability, I will give you the constant daily check-in support, all of that. Like, you literally get all of that. And this person, their whole adult life has lived overweight, okay? Overweight, out of shape, developed, the diseases that do get developed, diabetes, all that kind of stuff. And, so many times I have told this person, well, here, you can do this. Here, I will do this for you. Here, do this. They've even bought my current programs and still have not achieved what is claimed by them they want to do. And there's no reason for it, especially whenever we were during lockdown. There were so many people who were like the what was it, quarantine 15, just like the freshman 15 when you go off to college. Like, I totally get it. The mental health aspect, that's real. That is for real. I get it. My husband was there, depression, all of that. I understand how mental health can be a factor, but it is also within your control to take control of your life, of your mind, of your actions and behaviors, and do something about it. It is 100% in your control, and you are not too busy. Okay, you are not too busy. It doesn't matter what, I know people who have 4 kids. They homeschool all 4 kids. All right. Husband works, runs a business, and obviously works a lot because of that, and still finds time to do whatever needs to be done. Gets up at 4 a.m., 4:30 a.m., 5 a.m., gets the workout done, gets whatever work done before the kids get up, and still is able to take care of the family. Like, there's that's just an example, okay? But the point is, stop staying in the problem. Stop enjoying. It's almost like you enjoy the problem. Don't stay in the suffering. The human brain, for whatever crazy reason, will do this to you, where you're almost satiated by the suffering, okay? Because it gives you that temporary relief. Whenever you can complain about it, whenever you can be the victim in it, whenever you can wallow in the fact that this is hard, and then you have all the other people around you who agree, because it is hard. It's hard to transform your health. It's hard to transform your lifestyle. It's hard to change your habits and do something new that serves you better. It takes work, and that's okay. But you have to own up to it. You have to step up to the plate when it comes to that. So staying in your suffering, that is your choice. But don't deny the fact that you're choosing to stay in the problem. During coronavirus, you're in lockdown. Okay, you're starting to feel the effects of that mentally, emotionally, obviously physically for some people. That's understandable, totally understandable. But whenever you are unhappy in your job and someone suggests, well, why don't you do this? Or why don't you, search for a job before and then quit that one. And then you don't do it. You're choosing to suffer. You're choosing to stay where you are, okay? And if you are overweight and you're unhealthy and you feel physically and mentally you're exhausted, emotionally you're drained, and your body is just falling apart on you, and someone hands you a program or you buy a program and you choose not to do it, well, then you're choosing to stay in the problem, okay? Because it's hard work. Okay, anything worth doing is hard. If it was easy, everybody would love their job. No one would want to switch jobs. Everybody would love going to work every day. They would look forward to it on Monday. They wouldn't want to go home at the end of the day, or especially be relieved at the end of the week. Nobody would be unfit, unhealthy, out of shape, weak-muscled, overweight, whatever. I may have repeated myself. I'm not really sure, but nobody would have these problems because they would be easy to overcome. These things are not easy to overcome, but they are absolutely worth the work involved to achieve those goals, to achieve those changes. So just stop and think about what you say about your health, or your weight or your strength or your job or whatever. Stop and think about what you're saying about those things, and realize, or at least admit, if you're choosing to stay stuck in the problem and you're choosing that and you know that you're choosing it, well, okay, fine. That is your choice. Everybody has freedom of choice. Okay? And by all means, rock on. But don't complain and don't play victim to those things because you're choosing to stay there. Okay? You have control to take the power back within yourself to actually make changes in your own life when it comes to things that are not serving you positively. Or it just got me thinking about all the people that just give me all these excuses like that. And I get it because I've done it. I'm not saying that I'm human too. Okay, I've been there, but I've come out the other side, and now my perspective is so different, and I've gained so much more perspective, not only since my husband and I stopped drinking. Okay, no more alcoholism in this, and we've transformed our lives there, which allowed us to transform our health and our bodies, which allowed us to transform our marriage, which allowed us to transform our health, which is allowing us to completely transform every aspect of our lives, and it's phenomenal. Has it been easy? Hell no! Hell no! It's been very, very rough, and plenty of times we felt like giving up. There's been plenty of times when we thought that there's no way we can do this. We can't do this. And we figured it out. We pushed through. We got uncomfortable. Okay? We got real with what we were doing individually and to each other, and we worked through it. And now we're out on the other side. And life is completely different than it ever has been. I have a completely different perspective on literally everything. All right? So don't underestimate what choosing to remove yourself from these problems and choosing to pursue the solution, no matter how hard it is. Don't underestimate how much of a change and a transformation that can make in your life, mentally, emotionally, and especially physically. Okay? And so that's where I focus on trying to help people take back their power, is physically, because when you transforming your body is essentially, out of all those aspects of your life that you can transforming your body, in my opinion, is the quickest and the easiest. Is it hard, or is it actually easy? No, but in the grand scheme, revamp of the Essentials Fitness website, there are already program options available to you right now. So if you want to know what those are and start that physical transformation of removing yourself from the problem and starting to pursue the solution, they are already available. But here in the next week, there will be even more on there. All right, you will have multiple options to start moving yourself in a direction that will actually serve you in a positive way. So get out of the problem, get into solution.